Okay, real talk. Will you eat a frog if it costs about a cedi? In parts of Ghana, people do. And not just frogs, bats, monkeys, grass cutters, and even turtles. It's called bushmeat. It's not just dinner, it's survival, it's tradition. And plot twist, it poses a public health risk. And the trapping and killing of certain species of animals is black business. Oh, yeah. So now let's talk about why what's on your plate might be more complicated than it looks. What is bushmeat? No, it's not some herbal meat supplement from Medina Market. It's the meat of wild animals, hunted for food. Frogs, antelopes, bats, porcupines, even monkeys. And in Ghana, bushmeat is everywhere, from chop bars in Accra to roadside grills in the northern savannah. And for many rural households, bushmeat is the go-to source of protein, especially in the dry season. But bushmeat isn't just about food, it's about culture, income, survival. Imagine you live where there's no fridge, no ShopRite, and prices for chicken just keep going up. You hunt, you sell, you eat what's nearby. That's bushmeat, not a luxury, a lifeline. Except that lifeline is tangled up with extinction, disease, and laws that almost nobody follows. Let's break it down. In the northern parts of Ghana, the number one bushmeat on the menu, frogs. Edible bullfrogs make up nearly 80% of the bushmeat sold in northern markets. Down south, it's all about rodents, especially grass cutters, plus bats and antelope. And yes, a lot of bats. The big fruit bat, Eidolon helvum, is hunted, sold, and eaten with no gloves, no marks, just hands, speed, and maybe a little ginger. Hunters climb trees, use nets, even slingshots. Some people literally fight over fallen bats, like it's the last bag of rice before Christmas. Scratches, bites, and blood are common. But most hunters say, we didn't know it was risky. So how does this meat move? Welcome to the bushmeat pipeline. In the north, animals are hunted, smoked, and packed off to big cities like Accra and Kumasi. Urban demand drives rural hunting, and money talks louder than conservation laws. Frogs and small mammals stay local, but bigger game like monkeys, pangolins, and antelope fetch high prices in the city. Here's where things get hot. A lot of this trade is technically illegal. Pangolins protected, baboons protected, forest tortoises, yes, protected. And yet they still show up in markets, even get seized by the authorities. The new Wildlife Resources Management Act 2024 is trying to change that. But let's be honest, most hunters have no idea what the law even says. There's a closed season from August 1st to December 1st, but enforcement is like a don't sit here sign on a trotro ignored. And when people are hungry or broke, no law can compete with that. So why should you care if someone in Ghana is eating a smoked frog? Because bushmeat isn't just a local issue. It's tied to global health, biodiversity, and inequality. Zoonotic diseases are part of the story. And bats? They are known carriers of viruses like Ebola, SARS, and maybe even COVID-19. But in Ghana, many people still butcher bats with bare hands and open wounds. No gloves, no masks, no worry. And most don't see it as a threat. For example, in a survey, only 55% said they would stop selling bats even after hearing about the risks. It's not ignorance, it's desperation. Meanwhile, overhunting is driving some species to extinction. And as forests disappear, hunters go deeper, even into protected reserves. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to like it and also subscribe to stay in the loop. Drop a comment below. If it was only bat meat on the coal pot, would you eat? So what's the real deal? Bushmeat is essential for many Ghanaians economically, culturally, and nutritionally. But it's also a second time bomb for endangered wildlife and maybe for us. The question isn't, should people stop eating bushmeat? The real question is, what happens when survival means eating what the world calls untouchable? Watch this video next for a broad overview of the bushmeat consumption, utilization, and trade in Ghana. Stay curious.